Good morning. I'm Ron Timmermans, one of the hosts with the Florida Aviation Network. And we're broadcasting today live and in the clear from the 45th Annual Sun and Fun International Fly-In and Expo at Lakeland Linder Regional Airport in Lakeland, Florida. We have a tremendous number of talented people that we're going to be interviewing this week and bringing to you their stories about aviation and their contributions to aviation. One of them is here with me today, and her name is Ms. Richele Floyd. And Richele is the Education Director for the Aerospace Center for Excellence. Richele, welcome to our program. It's good to have you here today.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Well, that's good. That's good. So, the Aerospace Center for Excellence is headquartered here in Lakeland, and can you tell us a little bit about the center and your role in the center, please?
Yes, so the Aerospace Center for Excellence is the educational component of Sun and Fun Fly-In. So we're here all year round, and it is what the Fly-In supports. So the Fly-In funds our educational motives.
Okay, and the educational motives extend far beyond just the academics of the local high school, I gather.
Correct.
So
yes.
The high school is part of the center, or at least supported by the center in some way?
Yes, our educational corridor here consists of 25 acres, so which one of the buildings within that is the high school. So the high school is run by Polk County School Board, but it happens to be on our campus.
Okay, and the high school has approximately how many students?
It's about 350 students.
Okay, and this is a four-year academic education for them?
Yes, it's a public 9th through 12th grade. They offer 4 different tracks, so the students that are enrolled there are participating in either engineering, aerospace, A&P mechanics, or avionics.
Okay, so the emphasis is on aviation-related topics.
Yes, and they have a very large population of Air Force Junior ROTC students, and they are also incorporating unmanned classes next year.
Oh, for remote pilot training.
Yes.
Very good, very good. And that's all at the high school.
Correct.
And then the other events that you get involved with the Aerospace Center for Excellence, other than the high school and the support you give there, what else is it that you work on?
Well, we do a lot of programs annually. We have programs for students here. Of course, we have a lot of field trips that we host. So we do tours for students around our educational corridor, which includes the Aerospace Discovery Florida Air Museum, which we're sitting in, the Lakeland Aero Club, the Boeing 727 classroom. So we tour them around here. We teach students different aspects of aerospace, whether it be astronomy or piloting. And I do a lot of school outreach. So I visit schools pretty much all over the state of Florida and visit them. The teachers will invite me into the classroom, or sometimes it's an event like STEM night or science night. And we have a portable planetarium that I take out, and it's actually become very popular. We do our programs like Aerospace Discovery Day, which is a Young Eagles event where we have a lot of different hands-on STEM activities for students. So they'll be out here building wing ribs, making propellers, building balsa gliders. So we've got a lot of volunteers that come out, like the Civil Air Patrol, and it's just a big community event. We also do a Classroom to the Sky, which is for teachers. So we invite teachers to come out, and we teach them different ways to incorporate aerospace concepts into their curriculum. So we always have various guest speakers with various topics. So it can range anywhere from relating to a biology class to obviously earth space science to mathematics. So our programs out here based around education are endless. I'm a busy girl.
I can imagine you are. So you mentioned, let me back up just a bit. You mentioned your corridor here.
Yes.
You're talking about your geographical layout here at Lakeland at the Sun and Fun campus.
Correct.
Right? So the 727 classroom, for those of you who have been here to Lakeland to attended Sun and Fun before, you probably recognize some of the things that she's mentioning, the school building, the 727 classroom, and various other facilities here in the corridor. And if you haven't been to Sun and Fun yet, well, you need to fix that. Either come this week or for sure put it on your calendar for next year. This is a tremendous event, and this is the 45th one. So if you haven't been here yet, you've missed now 45 of them, and you don't want to miss the 46th one. Is that right? Okay, so tell me, like, for instance, in the 727 classroom, what events go on in there?
Well, our high school does have classes in there occasionally. We also have Travis Career Center, which has the A&P program, so they use it as well. The front half of it is a classroom and the back half of it is a conference room. So there's a lot of meetings and things that take place, as well as businesses will come out, and it's utilized for a lot of different things.
I see. Okay.
This week our drone club is actually doing tours in it.
Oh, doing tours.
So they'll be here all week.
For
yes.
the attendees at Sun and Fun.
Yes.
Well, that's great. That's great. Okay, and then the museum that you mentioned, where we are residing right at the moment, another great asset for the Center for Excellence. And so tell us a little bit about what, I mean, I know I can see it here, but those that are watching us are not sure what's here. So tell us about what we use this facility for.
Well, we have a lot of really great things in here. The exhibits it's more of a hands-on experience instead of a museum, so to speak. It's where you can come in and actually move things, see how things work, touch it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of educational value in the exhibits here.
Certainly interactive for the
Yes.
students. So the people that come through here that enjoy it the most, high school and elementary school children, or adults, or all of the above?
I think it's relevant for everyone.
Okay.
I've seen everyone from, the children that are in the strollers to the retired generation.
Good.
That come out here and have a great time.
Even I could come around and touch things and turn the propellers and the like.
Absolutely.
Good, because I've already done some of that, so now I have permission afterwards to do it.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Well, let's see, you said you actually do outreach and go to some of the high schools throughout Florida, is that correct? And
Yes.
how do you get there, Richele?
Sometimes I fly, sometimes I drive.
All right, so I can imagine I know which is the most fun way to get there.
Yes.
So, and it wouldn't be driving; it'd probably be the flying. So, tell us a little bit about your flying career and what you fly.
Well, we have several aircraft here at Sun and Fun that are here year round. So, the one that I fly the most is our 182. It's an okay plane.
Yeah.
Any excuse I have to get in it, it's a good day.
Indeed, it is.
So I've traveled around to speak to the EAA chapters. I have done events in Sanford International. I fly. Sometimes the schools will meet me at the airport.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot of fun.
So a school will bring their students out to the airport, and you do a lesson or some kind of encounter for them at the
Right.
airport, walking around the Cessna 182, or you said you had a mobile planetarium as well. Tell us
Yes,
about
I
that.
do. It's awesome. It's an inflatable dome. It'll fit in the aircraft. It'll fit in the car. I can take it anywhere. It's reached probably, I would guess, over 10,000 students since we've had it.
Wow.
It's crazy. It'll seat a full classroom of students, so about 30 people, and it's got a projector in the middle of it, so it projects on the cylinder or the dome, and we have 10 cylinders, so it's not just astronomy. We have, of course, the star field, constellations, the solar system, but we also can teach plate tectonics, ocean currents, weather, biology cells. So there's all. The educational value of it is magnificent.
Yeah, so beyond the bounds of aviation then, and to other
Yes.
sciences as well. And so this is to inspire STEM students then?
Yes.
Is the primary
It's
purpose?
STEAM.
STEAM.
We like to say STEAM because we like to add the arts.
Okay, good point.
So somebody has to design the paint and the interior.
Exactly. So we'll forever know it now as STEAM.
STEAM, yes.
Very good. I like that. So students that get involved with the Aerospace Center for Excellence, are they nominated for this? Do they get scholarships? Do they just volunteer and walk up, or how does their interaction
Well,
with
it's
you begin?
all of the above.
Okay.
We do have a lot of volunteers. There's a lot of students that come out and help us throughout the year, homeschool families. But as far as the scholarships are concerned, that is something that the students would apply for. So we do offer scholarships for flight training, and it's open to anyone in the county, or, well, any students in the county.
I see. And so these have to be high school students, or they're
Yes,
another age
16
group?
to 19 years old.
16 to 19. If they're a resident of Polk County, then they're eligible for applying for the scholarships.
Correct. If they live in Polk County or attend a school in Polk County. Because we're so close to the Hillsborough County line, then we have some of our students that attend Central Florida Aerospace Academy, but they don't necessarily live in Polk County.
I see. Okay.
So, but they're attending the school here, so they're eligible for the
So
scholarships.
two ways to be eligible: either live in the county or attend a school in the county.
Correct.
Okay, good. And how does the process work in case anyone is interested in applying for a scholarship?
So there are applications, and all of the policies and procedures are on CFAAF.org.
CFAAF.
Yes, that is Central Florida Aerospace Academy Foundation.
Okay.
So the scholarships are funded through the foundation, and it's the application period is the 1st through the 7th of every month, and all of the students who complete an application packet will be invited in for an interview, and then all of the applicants are reviewed, and there are 3 selected every month.
3 students selected for a scholarship
Yes.
every month, 36 a
Yes.
year. Oh my
That is
goodness.
correct. We currently have close to 50 in training. So the scholarships come in 2 separate portions. So the first one is for the solo. So it takes them from, and we encourage them to have at least an hour of flight time. So go do a discovery flight, or make sure it's something you're going to like.
Yeah.
So it'll take them from that first discovery flight up to their solo, and they're awarded $5,000 in 6 months to do that.
Wow.
And then after they solo, then they can apply for the second portion, which is the private pilot certificate. And that one, they actually come in, they have to prepare a binder, then they interview with our CEO lights, lean outs. And once they're awarded for that, then they can continue training to get their private pilot certificate, and that is up to $6,300.
Wow.
So that's a total of $11,300.
And do many of them make it all the way to private pilot certificate?
Yes, we have 91 right now.
91.
91 students have become private pilots through
Over
our
how long a
program.
period of time, Richele?
Well, we started in 2012, so it's been quite a while. Then we were not awarding 3 every month, so it's just a program that's been growing and will continue to grow.
Well, that's great. Do you have a connection with a local flight school where these students generally go, or is it their choice of where to
It
go
is
for
their
flight
choice.
training?
We do encourage them to interview at least 3 flight providers as well as flight instructors, and we give them a list of recommended questions to ask, and we try to help them. And finding the flight instructor is really important because it's got to be somebody that you're going to be compatible with.
Indeed.
So we encourage them to interview a few and then select the one that they choose to use.
That's great. I would certainly agree with you about the relationship between a student and a flight instructor. And being a flight instructor myself, I recognize that, first of all, I need to tailor my instruction to how I believe the student is best going to receive it. But that is a relationship, particularly for private pilots, where you're going to be with an instructor on and off through at least 40 hours of training, where a student needs to be really certain that he or she is comfortable with the flight instructor, that their method of instruction, their style fits theirs and the like. And for a young person, I can imagine it's a challenge to try and pick somebody. So the questions that you suggest they ask, and coaching that you do them, and I'm sure the interview with lights is another good experience for them, and
Yes.
trying to figure out how to make that all work. Well, that's great. That's great. And so 91 students since 2012 in 7 years. That's incredible. That's a large number. So have you equated that to a percentage of starts to the ones that have finished?
We are at about 90%. So
Okay.
about 90% of the students that are awarded the scholarships will complete.
Okay. And then tell me a little bit about the gracious foundation that supports all this.
Well, there's the James C. Ray Foundation supports another one of our scholarships, which is the Florida Takes Flight. So that's a separate scholarship other than the one that I was just discussing. But James C. Ray actually funded the school to be built. So with the funds that come from the school, we put that right back into our scholarship programs.
Great. So Mr. Ray was a philanthropist from the Polk County area?
No, he was not from Polk County.
Oh, okay.
But he had a lot to do with our growth of where we are today.
Very good, very good. And his foundation is giving back to the tune of over 91 students now attaining their private pilots. What a great success rate. That's really tremendous. So before we got started with the interview, you were also talking about some other scholarships that are available to students outside of Polk County, but within the state of Florida.
Yes, so that's the Florida Takes Flight scholarships that I just mentioned. So with the kindness of the James C. Ray Foundation, we are able to offer 6 additional scholarships in addition to the ones that we offer here, the 3 a month, and allow that to be open to anyone across the state of Florida.
Okay.
So what we've done is we've encouraged EAA chapters, 99s, Women in Aviation, to kind of post as a mentor for these students, because we do mentor the students that are here with the scholarships. So they're responsible for submitting a monthly report and checking in, and there's a lot of responsibilities involved with it. But since these students we have one in Venice, one in Jacksonville, one in Orlando, one in Fort Myers, so we're really relying on these other organizations to kind of help us get the ball across the line, so to speak.
Right. To get the word out about the scholarships, and then also to mentor the students once they've been accepted for a scholarship.
So what we're encouraging them to do is to take the applicants and then make their selection on who they want to recognize and also
nominate.
Right. And then they submit them to us, and then, like I said, 4 of them have been approved at this point, so we still have 2 out there that are still available.
Okay, that's good. And when will those nominations or applications deadlines, are they approaching for those last 2? Or?
Yes. The idea is to have the students train over the summer, so we would like to see all of them complete their private pilot certificate by the end of September.
Oh, wonderful.
So we're really hoping to award those other 2 pretty quick.
Yeah, so that could be a full-time job for a student if they're awarded a scholarship now in this late spring, and to start their training in the summer and begin it and complete it before the end of September. Very aggressive, but certainly a doable thing to do. So the scholarship applications that come to you, is there a committee then that reviews them, or is it 1 or 2 people? I imagine you're somewhat influential in that as well.
Yes, I am. Our executive director, Ed Young, is involved, and we also have a gentleman named Eric Washburn, who is a captain with Frontier. So he's the mentor for the students.
Okay, good. And if a student is looking at applying for one of these scholarships, is there a central theme or something specific that you're looking for, a passion for aviation or good business acumen, or what are you looking for in the
Yes, well, there's some requirements. So they have to have at least a 2.75 GPA. Along with the applicant's packet, they have to submit an essay. And then we really do look for that passion. It's because all of the students are interviewed by myself and Ed Young, and we don't want the student to come in because their dad wants them to come in.
Right.
So we really want the student to be the one
that's their passion, not their parents' passion. I can certainly understand that. Well, good. Well, I also wanted to ask you just a bit in the few minutes that we have remaining, Richele, emphasis on safety. Certainly what Florida Aviation Network does, it's all about safety and what we can do to make safer pilots and make our experiences in aviation a safer endeavor. What is it about the Aerospace Center for Excellence that promotes safety? Is there certain things that you do that have a specific emphasis on safety, or is it integrated through all the training that you do?
It's really all the training. We're located on a live airport here, so all year round there's moving aircraft. Our summer camps are amazing, because we are actually, the students that attend our summer camps are logging flight time with instructors. So they're doing the whole ground school. Safety is number 1 on our priorities.
Very good, as it should be for all of us to make our skies safer. Well, our time with Richele Floyd has come to an end this morning. It's been great to have you here, Richele, and we've learned a lot about the Aerospace Center for Excellence, the training that goes on here, and importantly, the scholarships that are available to young people in the state of Florida, Polk County, and throughout the state. This has been a great opportunity to learn all about that. So we've been coming to you live today from the 45th Annual EAA Sun and Fun Fly-In and Expo at Lakeland, Florida. We are broadcasting live and in the clear, and it has been a great opportunity to visit with Richele, learn about her activities and about the safety that they're promoting through the Aerospace Center of Excellence and the training that they're providing, the scholarships. I hope to see you again next time. Blue skies and tailwinds to all of you.